Good morning, people. Welcome. I do believe, and I will double check later, but I believe this is build day 8. So, just got the blow-ups plugged in, and I'm kind of walking the maze, double check to make sure everything's still in its spot, and by the look of it, it is. Today's order of business. Another day of errands. Except this time it's not corn related, which is good. Dang old noses itching. But anyway, it looks like the maze is all put together okay. We got to do a couple errands. One of them is Home Depot. I need 2x12s, 2x2s, and 1x2s. Or I can't go any further on the maze. So we're going to be hitting that. Work on the maze. I've got 2 priorities that need to get done today. And I'm going to attempt to get them done today. One, I tried to show you this last night. It was a little dark. I was working the maze, and to get the maze up, I had to put a couple of the wall panels together. They don't look actually all that bad altogether. But anyway, I got to get the mausoleum totally put together and finished, and that includes the rafters, which is what the 2x12s I'm getting at Home Depot are for, and the roofing material. Step 2, getting all the rest of the partitions up so the partition wall part of the maze is done. I'm saying that because in the graveyard we finished the maze out, and in the water room with fencing. We use fencing for the maze panels and that, and I won't get those done today. But errands, mausoleum, partition walls are major priority. Once I get all 3 of those things done, we will be switching over to skinning, and we will get all the start working on getting all the partition walls skinned, and getting the haunt closed in. So that's on the docket today. Greetings. We're back from our errands. Took a lunch break, and now it's time to get to work. It's going on about 1 o'clock, so we're getting a little bit later start than normal. But I picked up the supplies I needed. Just got done getting the bigger panels from the mausoleum out here, so they were out of the shop, so I'd have some room to work on these 2x12s. These I am going to cut in a semi-arched pattern, and we're going to use those for the rafters up there. Hopefully. You never know how things are going to work. But anyway, we got the 2x12s. I got 2 bundles of 2x2s, which will be getting cut down. We'll use them for stakes on the grass to hold the fence panels. And I got some 1x2s that we'll use for our bracing on the rest of the maze. Now I need to get those 2x12s in. Let's get those started. As soon as I can get those cut out, we can start putting the rest of the mausoleum together, which is one of my major goals today. I want this mausoleum together. I want to see what it looks like. Hi, I'm still in the shop, just finishing up doing the rafters. It ended up being a longer project than I figured it would be, and I ran into a problem with one of them. Here's the arches I ended up cutting out of the 2x12. Kind of style I liked. Had this one up on the table and bumped the table. It fell off and the tab broke off. So I've got Gorilla Glue on the joint to glue it back together, and I put a splice over it on both sides to help hold it. Now, that is going to be a problem with it on all of them. It's going to be a weak point. Now, I still need to get in here, and they all need to be sanded, final shaped, stained or painted, what have you. I will address that issue. I think I'll do a decorative splice pattern over that end on all the rafters and what have you, but all that's going to have to wait until after Halloween. For right now, for this season, I'm going to go with just this and be done with it. It's just, I want to get that mausoleum. But I got the basic form up. I got 3 more down there, so you got an idea of what the rafters are going to look like. Now that I got this done, let's get the tools out front. Let's start building a haunt. Oh hey, mausoleum is up and together. Ran into a couple of little problems, as usual. One we were stretching the top on, and you can see there's a rip up there. We ripped the fabric. I can sew that up, or I can leave it like that, and at night it'll look like a crack up there, hopefully. The other thing was this seam here. It's flush up here and kind of twisted down there. When I built the frames, I checked the wood to make sure everything was straight. One of these boards is slightly twisted, so it's causing it to bow in. So that was interesting. And there's that broken one. I fixed it with Gorilla Glue. Once it dries all the way, I'll clean that off. But there we go. Mausoleum is up. Now I'm going to have my monster in a box, or monster in a crypt, sitting here banging, and there'll be a gate right across here to keep people from getting into it. Right underneath God Flesh is Mark Ordain's name. We'll probably be decorating this up in here with some vines, some wall sconces. I'll be hanging lights off the rafters to hit the plaques in here. And then they come out here. There'll be a gate there. They can see back into the graveyard. And they can turn here and go into the pirate. But for the most part, the inside work is done to this point. Like I mentioned earlier, I need to go through and sand the rafters. They need to be stained and all that. November. The outside looks like a mess. I'll skin it with my graveyard skins, and I'll hide that. That's coming probably tomorrow at this rate. Spent most of the day either running errands or working on that mausoleum. Next chore is I've got to drag more partition walls. Those things. From the backyard out here, get the last of them out here, and then I can start messing around with finishing off the pirate area. And then I've got to also finish off the exit. So that should be fairly quick once I get the skins out here. Should be. Well, haven't been sitting around. We've been busy. Got the mausoleum done. I showed you that. We got partition walls out. I got the exit framed in. It's ready for its skins. The graveyard area here is ready for skins. I do like the look of this. It's going to be interesting to see what it looks like once it gets all lit up and decorated. We've been working in the pirate display. There's going to be a fence here and another one on the other side to keep people from walking straight through. We'll funnel them into here. We'll have the ship's wheel there. They'll come out, go into here, and this will be the pirate bar scene. And then they'll come out. Now, I've still got a set of walls that needs to go here and down to this corner, which I'll do after dinner. And we've got the clown hallway. There's going to be 3 or 4 panels going in here, which I'll do after dinner. And then all the partition walls are up. Now I think I'm going to bring some skins out. We'll get out, and the exit corridor going out gets done with the witch panels. And then we'll do the graveyard, and then if I still got energy, we'll get started doing the pirate. I doubt I'll do anything in the clown hallway as far as skinning. That's all scene setter, and I'll wait and do that tomorrow. I'm not doing it tonight. Hey, it's a little bit after 8 o'clock. I've been diligently working on partition walls. Got all the partition walls up for the most part. I'm saying most part because I'm worried about this corner here, which is the exit, going across the front. On my original design, I had a set of walls covering that. I'm of the opinion I would like to do fencing instead, so the graveyard is seen. We used to always have the driveway to where people could see the photo op, which this year is the coach and the ghost, and the graveyard, or whatever we had here in this spot. This year, or last couple of years though, we've hidden whatever's been on the driveway. The only way they could see it is by looking through the entrance. And even then, we'd hang a curtain up so no one could see it. I'm debating on, I'm talking to the wife, I'll go like that. That way you can see me. But I was talking to the wife. We need some place to hang our hours sign and a rules sign. Right now, with the setup we've got, we have no place to put them. So I'm thinking the 5 partitions I got, I can anchor one into that and run it out this way. That'd be fine. My problem is over by the arborvitaes over there, I have no way of anchoring the other end of the wall, which means that wall is going to be wobbling all over the place. Unless I want to anchor it to the back of the pillars once I get the pillars out here. Pillars won't be out for a while yet. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to, I've got plenty of other stuff to do. I'm not ready to bring the pillars out yet. So I think I'm going to hold off on whatever I'm going to do here, whether it's going to be fence or wall, until such time as I get the pillars out. Then I'll make a decision that way. But Witch's Hallway is ready for skinning. The partitions up on this end here in the mausoleum, they're ready for the graveyard. The graveyard skins. We got in here, there's going to be a fence panel from that doorway over to the bushes, sends people in here. And this is the part 1 of the pirate display. So it needs the pirate skins. This is part 2 of the pirate display. It needs skins. And then over into here, into the courtyard, needs to be skinned. And then we've got the clown hallway, which needs to be skinned. I am not going to make it to the clown hallway tonight. I don't even know if I'll make it to the pirate tonight. One change we are doing, I've got 2 1-foot panels left. And Sue-Ann, after talking, Sue-Ann and I decided, I left a 4-foot gap here. We're going to go ahead and put a 1-foot panel in and decrease this opening by 3 to force people more over toward the wall. So I'm going to go grab a 1-foot panel and do that now. But past that, we're into skinning phase. So I'm going to get that 1-foot panel in. Oh God, that's bright. Then I'm going to bring out the skins for the witches display, and we're going to start skinning out there on the driveway and working our way back in through here. Okay, time to close this out. I just got everything picked up, put away, and turned off. We got the skins up in the witches hall, and what we have done, what we have up in the graveyard, that's skinned. Sitting there thinking about either wall or fence. Like I mentioned last segment, we're definitely going wall. I just can't do it until I'm ready to put the pillars out, and that probably won't be till first part of next week sometime, the way it's looking. So I'll have 4 or 5 more panels to put out, partition walls, and then I'll need to get them skinned, and that won't take long. That's 20-30 minutes worth of work, if that. Let's see, tomorrow we need to get in here, get the pirate and the clown hall skinned. Past that, I'm not sure what we're going to be doing. I know I still need to do bracing. I need to get a count on fencing and get fencing into the areas where I've already got everything skinned, and I'll make sure the right pieces are in the right areas. And then we got the sewer room to do. So now I gotta get the ponds framed in and get the fencing figured out for that. Yeah, it's still on the bucket list. I like to get all of what I mentioned done by Wednesday night. So I don't know if we're gonna make it or not. It's hard to say. But anyway, I'm closing this out. I'm gonna go in and spend some father-daughter time. I'm already about 2 hours late. She knows and she understands this time of year. Stay spooky, stay toxic.